Hello everyone and a very good Saturday morning to all of you. It is September 14th, unless I made some error on my calendar. It is a Saturday morning. It's almost 4 weeks ago since we left off on this mammoth journey through all of the membering countries and states of the European Union as of today. And we are fastly but surely drawing towards our end of this project. We are stood here in a beautiful scenery from TGG. It's Arlanda in Stockholm, Sweden, where we arrived from Vantaa Airport in Finland on Thursday evening. I did mention that I wanted to fly on Friday, but unfortunately, and for my luck, that was not possible. So we pushed the program onto Saturday, and it turns out that the VATSIM is banging when you're in the Scandinavian countries today. There's an event going on in Denmark, in Copenhagen. The VATSIM guys are all met up, and they provide top-down coverage for pretty much anywhere, and Copenhagen is fully staffed by the looks of it. So I did mention that I wanted to go to Aalborg, since we do have some scenery for Aalborg, and we have been to Copenhagen before in other videos. And since Copenhagen is pretty much it's a bit dull, let's just put it like that. There's unfortunately no scenery for Copenhagen other than the standard X-plane scenery. But I thought we go to Copenhagen and then we give them some traffic. Not that they needed. Last I checked, they had 30 arrivals and departures, so they have plenty of stuff to do there. But I would like to go to Copenhagen to give you the full experience, and it's with a bit of reservations. As you have noticed in VR, you are a bit slow on the dials, and frequency changes will come in thick and fast, and you will have to deal with those as well as handling the aircraft, so it can be quite stressful. We do also have ATC here in Sweden. We have the Sweden control online, no specific control for Ireland at the moment, but we will ring him up and ask for a clearance, so hopefully we'll get ATC all the way to Denmark. The flight is going to take about 1 hour, just under an hour, I believe 45 minutes or so, to Copenhagen. And as you can see, the weather is lovely. We have had a front of some weather sitting over most of Scandinavia in the beginning of this weekend, but it is clearing up. It's a lovely it's a lovely autumn morning here. Yesterday we had the winds gusting up to over 20 knots at some places in Denmark, but it seems to have quieted down just a bit, so that's lovely, and we should have a nice flight. As always, we are in a virtual reality using the Oculus FS headset in X-Plane 11 native VR, and we are flying the 737 Zibo mod, which is parked here where we left her on Thursday. So yeah, we do fly with failures enabled, and for some reason my spoiler, also my reversers are activated, so I'll have to have a look at that once we get in the cockpit. Most likely it has to do with a bug I have on the yoke. I have in front of me a physical yoke. Whenever I touch that the first time after loading the sim, just the first time, it will activate the reversers, and I have not found a fix for that yet, but we will fix it soon enough. So yeah, I'm quite excited for this flight, and we will be busy for most of the way. Won't be much time to learn anything about Denmark, but I am a native Dane. I'm born there, and I even hold a Danish passport, so I can give you a lot of juicy inside info. So, yeah. I do also fly with failures enabled and remove flying services when overspeeding or overextending the G-force limits of the aircraft, so we do have to fly here carefully. So let's just jump in the cockpit here. So I do know that failures and stuff like that is banned on, there we go, on the VATSIM network, but I do like to have it enabled simply for immersion reasons. If we get some failure, we can contact ATC, and sometimes they accommodate, and if not, they'll just tell you nicely to get off the network, and that's what we're going to do. So We're sitting here cold and dark on this lovely autumn's morning, and we're going to start her up. So I have already preset pushback while I was on my 2D screen, so no need to worry about that. The crew is hard at work, so let's just fire up and do our usual stuff here. We get some lights going. And a thing I'm quite stoked about is that this new Zibo mod that I'm going to update to once this project is done has a lot of new good stuff, like some changes to the refueling. So hopefully we'll get some realistic refueling times as well. That would be awesome. So there we go. Just run through it. I have a tendency to miss stuff when I'm talking to you guys, so bear with me. Yeah, so we could get some light going here. So as I said, we're going to be very busy once we approach Copenhagen. We'll be changing frequencies pretty much all the time, and I have made some preparations to just give me a chance to keep up, but you never know, right? So there's some lights, that's good. So let's do some checks. There we go. That's looking good. Stall warning. Airspeed doesn't work yet, and yeah. That's good for now. Some lights. I'm happy with that. Let's just reset this. And you're down. Stowed and up, and finally fix that. So get the configuration warning and overheat, fire. Extinguishers are good. Cargo fire. And our lovely noisy TCAS test. As you will need with all that traffic we're going to see today. Realistic traffic today.
Climb now, climb, crossing, climb, crossing, climb, clear of conflict, descend, crossing, descend, crossing, descend now,
Let's get our flight plan out.
Increase climb,
and we have
increase descent, maintain
55.6.
Maintain vertical speed, crossing, maintain, monitor vertical speed, TCAS test, pass.
So 55.6, and fuel was around 5 tons, right? 5.5, 5.6? 5.6. So the question is if I hope to finish the project today to go 2 sectors, so to Copenhagen and from Copenhagen to Brussels. Brussels is not online just yet, but we are early in the, or not early, we're closing in on noon here. Yeah, 10:30. So there's every chance that they will come online. So what we could do, we could go 13 tons perhaps. And maybe even like so. Don't want us to be too heavy into Copenhagen. So we'll do like that, 11 tons on board, and that should do us fine to Copenhagen and Brussels. So all going well, we will use 2.4 tons, more or less. So yeah, that's that. So let's get started here. We are in Arlanda Stockholm, and we're going to Copenhagen. And we are Scandinavian 511, which we have been for throughout this project. There we go. And we'll be departing, so let's just get reserves is 2.4. Alternate is Billund and Denmark. So everything messes up, we will be touching down in Denmark anyway. 01 left. Delta Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie. 01 left. Go 01 left and what we'll do as well, I think we might as well prepare to get our clearance. So I want you are definitely going to need you today. Shut him down. And as you can see here, Scandinavia is just fully alive. So we'll be needing a Sweden control 118.4. And I have turned up the volume on the Swift client, so hopefully it will help us a bit with understanding our instructions. So yeah, Delta Kilo Romeo. I just need a sip of my coffee. It is not too long since I woke up. There we go. Should be plenty of traffic. As you can see, Copenhagen is very busy, so you can't really mess up too much there. November 872. To Arnov, and we're going to fly Arnov arrival. Arnov 1 November.
Okay, they want to have your approaching hold the point on the 01.
To the left, I will do either.
Cafe 5952, from the left, clear for takeoff, winds 2830, 9 knots.
Arnov 1 November.
Runway 01 left, clear for takeoff, get you over and on to heavy.
And it's looking good. So let's just have a look at data. So I have a little cheat sheet here, just to give us some. So we have the latest 80s here. I guess we can just tune it up. So basically we can just use this one here.
0 ILS approach runway 26 transition level 60 departure runway 01 left metrical wind 280 degrees liner knots cabotage temperature 11 dew point 3 QNH 1021 head of time noted Arlanda Aces Golf Arlanda Aces Golf time 0750 ILS approach runway 26 transition level 60 departure runway 01 left metrical wind 280 degrees liner
To fix this.
cabotage temperature 11 dew point 3
So we have information Golf and 1021. And we are at stand. It's not put here. Was it 17? Hate it when you don't have that. Yeah, we'll have to jump outside. This is not realistic, right? Yeah.
7245, winds 280 degrees, 9 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Yeah, so
Here's a land runway 26, Scandinavian 245.
So the volume is a bit higher on. And yeah, so we're going to do the Delta Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie departure of runway 101 left.
Peter, what can be possible? Also, 200 feet, 5,000.
So we'll just wait for it to quiet down.
Carefully, 5912, thanks, speed patrol, identified, cloud flight level 180.
Cloud level 180, K3, 100 heavy.
So we did have one guy coming down. Maybe we can get our clearance before he needs instructions. Sweden Control, very good morning. Scandinavian 511 at stand 17 with information Golf. Request clearance for Copenhagen via the Delta Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie departure.
Good morning, Scandinavian 511, Sweden Control, clear to Copenhagen via Delta 4 Charlie departure, runway 0 left, initially 5,000 feet, scope 7026. Information Golf correct, QNH 1021.
Clear to Copenhagen via Delta Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie, runway 01 left. Consistent level 5,000 and squawk 7026 for Scandinavian 511.
Scandinavian 511, just to confirm, climb initially altitude 5,000 feet.
Correction, climb initial altitude 5,000 feet for Scandinavian 511.
Scandinavian 511, thanks, is that correct?
Yeah, it is morning here, so bear with me guys, I only had one sip of coffee. So, luckily we have controllers that are well awake. Love it, love it, love it. Initial climb clearance 5,000, 0262. There we go. Already used up half my scratch pad. The thing with Copenhagen, guys, is that the scenery there, since it's so bad, I've had that issue before. The parking stands, most of the places aren't marked with numbers, and in general the taxiways are quite poorly marked as well. So getting there is no issue, but the taxiing can be killing you when you don't have good sufficient scenery.
245 is vacated on the 26 or X-ray 3.
So let's get some stuff here.
Scandinavian 245, taxi to stand 5.
2.6, and we'll just
Taxi to stand 5, Scandinavian 245, thank you.
It's actually just 2.4.
KFA 1912, climb flight level 280.
Flight level 280, KT 100 heavy.
There we go, and climbing to 360, we'll insert us here first. And before I forget it, already a major thank you to all of the VATSIM controllers throughout the network for bringing the skies alive and really giving awesome service. Guys are the best. 360. And we'll need some winds here. 31287. And 3 degrees. Okay. Execute that. And we have 11 degrees outside. Chilly, fresh morning. You will wake up outside. Do 24k. Flaps 5. 139, 134. Sorry, 139, 140, 148. So. And 5.1 units D-step. So that should do us. So that's good enough. So we'll just put in flaps 30 for now. We'll be coming back to that. So top of climb will be at top of climb at Coxim. So we'll put in the average weight at Coxim to get it a little more precise. 30870. There we go. Execute that. So we'll just go through the route here. And in Copenhagen it usually has some discontinuities due to vectors. We'll see. We'll be coming in over Helsingør, the northern part of Island Sjælland, so we don't have any discontinuities. And that's looking good. Most likely we will be getting some vectors here, so that looks good enough for us. Yeah. So I'm happy with this. So what I would like to do is it's an old Aegis, but we'll use that for now. Echo ILS visual approach. Okay, so we'll just take the windy one. For now, should be fairly precise. 10. It's really high pressure.
FA1 9012. Continue climb flight level 350.
1031.
Flight level 350, KT 1 heavy.
And let's get some winds here. I'll just set up as much as possible, guys, to minimize the workload once we're airborne. Hope you don't mind. So we'll do that, and we're going to do 200 and 100. And that's 31175. 29557. Sorry, 29557. So 97 was a bit. So I really have to be slow. It's a bit too early to be flying for me. 29333. Basically just stumbled out of bed and started up the sim. So okay, that's good enough. So we will just have a look, see if they have the transition level there in the 80s. 55. So we will execute that. And one last thing here. Runway in use for landing. to left. So this is to left is the mostly used runway in Copenhagen. So quite standard arrival there today. So yeah, we can pop you up here, and you can get legs. Thank you. And some more coffee for me. Important with the coffee breaks. Need to put that in the checklist. Okay, so what we'll do next is get some charts out. Arlanda Stockholm. So we are at 137.
Sweden Control, good morning, Scandinavian 1421 at stand
1137.
with information Golf, requesting our flights to Copenhagen. Hello, Scandinavian 1421, Sweden Control, clear to Copenhagen, right anchor for Charlie departure, scope 7064. Information hotel valid, QNH 1020.
020.
Clear to Copenhagen via the Concorde 4 Charlie departure, scope 7064 and QNH 1020, Scandinavian 1421.
37, so we'll just take it.
Scandinavian 1421, read correct.
And we will just put you down here. Up. So that is set. Checked. So information hotel valid. It's noted. So if nothing else change, we should be switching to Malmö control 128.62. Now if we're really lucky, we get some traffic in front of us, pretty much going the same way. We can just mimic his instructions. That's the way to do it, really. But most likely we will not be. I think Stockholm is like so. That's Arlanda, yeah. So that's tuned. Let's get some 01 left is course 4, so that's the X-plane course. That's set. Let's get the airport. And departure routes. So we will definitely, there's only one way out really. I have already set up the pushback, so we'll be asked to push back facing west from 17 here, where we stood there. And we'll go on out onto this here, the Yankee. And all the way down to Yankee 1, I believe. Yeah, Bravo Charlie Zulu Hotel, I guess. On to Yankee. So just stay from Bravo Charlie Zulu Hotel onto Yankee. Or sorry, Zulu. Yeah, he wants us to Zulu most likely. And then maybe from Zulu onto Yankee further down. Let's get the departure chart. And it was the Delta Kilo Romeo for Charlie. So Delta Kilo Romeo, that's Dunkirk, no doubt. So the Dunkirk for Charlie is here. To Dunkirk, that's 116.8, so we could tune that. Here we go. Autopilot is going to be my friend today to mitigate some of the work here. So climb on heading 6 degrees. Just set that. And then following all of the RNF points. Then turn left 49, so we'll just pop that in here. Okay, so that is all set. We have courses and the runway heading, so we have 1 degree discrepancy, so that is set. That's all looking good, so we can, like so. And I would like you to go all the way here at 40 on you.
Freedom control good morning, Ryanair 597, Charlie, Ladybird 370.
Good morning, Ryanair 590 Delta
Okay.
Charlie. Sweden control for then 5 clear to Stockholm Arlanda.
So let's
1 Victor arrival from 26.
get some pumps going here and the APU up.
Ryanair 590 Charlie here into
Chilly day in the cabin.
Victor arrival, runway 26.
Cafe 190 Unicom 122.8. Good day.
Morning Unicom 122.8, whatever the service, good flight.
Landing altitude in Copenhagen is 0, so by the water is set. That's looking good now.
Sweden control, Sky Travel 3 India Kilo, radio check.
Good day, Sky Travel 3 India Kilo, Sweden control, radio 5.
That is good looking.
Sweden control, Sky Travel 3 India Kilo, radio 5, archive 2.
Sky Travel 3 India Kilo, just for information later on, contact Sweden control 128 decimal 625 for clearance.
Roger for clearance, I will call 128.6.
Thank you.
So let's see if we can. 18 departures, 33 arrivals in Copenhagen, and Stockholm is waking up. By the looks of it, yes. So it will be a busy day, at least for me. So now we have started up the APU. We can hope you're at the bus. Oh, there we go. Start the flight, Lake. And before we do anything else, we will have to do some of this stuff. So we're going to Denmark, my birth country. And it is a small country. Let's just read here. So it's a white cross on red. The flag, it is. Name is Denmark. Denmark is a Scandinavian country comprising the Jutland Peninsula and numerous islands. It is linked to nearby Sweden via the Øresund Bridge, which we will see today. Actually, I have that modeled. Copenhagen, its capital, is home to royal palaces and colorful Nyhavn Harbor, plus the Tivoli amusement park, and the iconic Little Mermaid statue. Odense is writer Hans Christian Andersen's hometown, with medieval core of cobbled streets and half-timbered houses. The capital in Denmark is Copenhagen. Currently, just about 6 million people living there, and the currency is Danish krona. And some fun facts about Denmark. Denmark most likely means the land of the Danes. In Denmark it rains or snows, and I can say it doesn't snow. It very rarely snows every day, but it does rain a lot. On average, Denmark has 171 days with precipitation of more than 1 millimeter. Denmark can be windy. The average wind speed is a breezy 13 miles per hour. Denmark is an archipelago made up of over 100 islands, some of which are not even inhabited. The Danish monarchy is the oldest continuing monarchy in the world and has existed for 1,000 years. There's a lot of bicycles in Denmark, especially in Copenhagen. It's the bicycle city. It's reported to be the happiest country in the world. Princess Mary, the wife of the Danish Crown Prince Frederik, originally hails from Tasmania, Australia. And in Scandinavia, in general, we drink a lot of coffee, which reminds me I need to get a sip of coffee. There we go. That's more like it. So, we'll wait with the national anthem. I can give you maybe, if I remember, some fun facts on the way. I do know some things about Denmark since I grew up there. It's called. So yeah. Let's get this one up. So let's just look at the clouds. Should be, yeah, we do have some precipitation there actually. Didn't expect that.
Sweden control, good morning, Scandinavian 462 with gas flight level 120.
11 knots, a bit of a crosswind. Clouds scattered, 27, temperature 15, QNH 1031. Well,
Scandinavian 462, roger, report position.
Okay, so we have the API.
Scandinavian 462, we are
Let's run our checklist.
77 miles south of Risma.
Oxygen tested 100%, nav and transfers, which is normal and auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector set to auto. Flight instruments heading and altimeter 120. Checked. Set parking brake is set and engine start was cut off. Flight deck doors are closed and locked. Fuel we have 10.9 tons on board and 5.3 tons required and 6 pumps on. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP we have 148,004 and 5,000 set. And our V-speeds are 139, 140, 148 set. Check. City pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Taxi takeoff briefing is completed, and anti-collision lights can now come on. So the taxi and takeoff briefing will be just reviewing that again. We'll push back facing west, and we'll get instructions most likely to taxi onto Zulu and at Delta onto Yankee to holding point Yankee 1 for takeoff of 01 left. Upon takeoff,
good morning, Ryanair 4859, speeding control.
We will fly to 600, initiate our turn to the left, follow the RNAV points heading 249, 194 onto Dunkervira.
Ryanair 4859, Sweden.
So yeah, that's takeoff and taxi briefing. So
Visibility forward, Ryanair 4859.
Ryanair 4859, very good. Clear Arlanda, Nilo 1, Victor,
so we get
private
up,
landing,
push clear. Sweden control, Scandinavian 511, stand 17, request push and start.
Scandinavian 511, push back and start up the trip.
Push and start approved, Scandinavian 511. So there we go.
Ryanair 4859, confirm. Clear Arlanda, Nilo 1, Victor, arrival coming 26.
Alert, cleared Nilo 1, Victor, arrival
Ground to cockpit, always driving up.
Just need to get completely set.
4859.
Ryanair 4859, correct, thanks.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in.
go, we're set. And we'll just get this one to rocking on text. So the thing I found with Swift, I haven't, to be honest, spent too much time getting familiar, because Swift is it can be as simple or as advanced as you want it to be. I obviously found the volume button, which is if you click on your cockpit, then you can have find an audio banner.
And hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Here, you click the audio banner and you get this volume bar. So, but what you need to keep in mind is, if you set it once, next time you start up the client, you'll have to start out at standard volume. So we'll need to set the volume every time. I'm sure there's a way to save the settings, but to be honest, I haven't been focusing too much on that, but rather on the project here for now. But I will get to know it more as time goes on. So he is ready to connect. We could just do one last slow.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alt off set. And starting 2 and 1 is sequence starting to. And I need to turn on the butt kicker, so. Since I do know that I am the handicap here, still a bit tired, I need to take it slow and nice fuel in, so we don't have any mistakes. Only thing we could worry a bit about is a bit of crosswind coming into Copenhagen. Do have a bad in the sim here. I do have a bad track record on that particular runway due to the winds. So let's just start a cutout and we can start number 1. EDG rolling back nicely. So second last flight number 30, guys, on this project here. Flight number 30, so second to last flight. Next one will be from Copenhagen to Brussels in Belgium, capital center of the European Union. So hopefully we'll do this as a sector number 2 on this sim startup of today. So that's the starter cutout. EGG is rolling back. All the pressure is good, temperature is good. So here we go on the bus. There we go. Probes can come on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set parking brake, so full forward.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Left and right. Right. Left. And we can set that. And while he's disconnecting, it's a nice opportunity to get some more coffee. Beautiful morning here in Stockholm.
Swing boots after crashing. Good morning again.
So is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
And signal on the right. See you next time.
Push back and start route Scandinavian 141.
Put on the weather radar and the terrain. Just get ready for the clearance here. Bypass pin. So let's just run through the taxi checklist. Generators are on and probe heat is on. Anti-ice off, isolation valve is auto, and start switch is continuous. Recall is checked. Check it again, yeah. Auto brake is RTO. Engine start levels, idle detent. Flight controls are checked and ground equipment is cleared before taxi checklist completed. Sweden control, Scandinavian 511, request taxi. Maybe Sweden control is on the toilet. Those things can happen. You just have to wait. Meanwhile, we can get the text chat going back in 1 minute. Yeah, so he's so that's no problem. We'll just sit here for a while. Pop you here so we can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so there was one guy before me who requested push to start. Sweden control, Scandinavian 511, request taxi.
Scandinavian 511, taxi to holding point, runway 01 left.
Taxi holding point, Charlie 01, Scandinavian 511. Charlie 01.
Scandinavian 511, just to confirm, taxi to holding point, runway 01 left.
Confirm taxi holding point Charlie 01 left, Scandinavian 511. Charlie 01 left, where are you? Let's get apron south out. Yeah. So I find Yankee 01. But no Charlie holding points. Do you guys see the Charlie?
China 485, van ready, descend flight level 110.
When ready, descend flight level 110, Ryanair 485 Ryanair.
Sure. Of Zulu we have Yankee, but no Charlie. Sweden control, Scandinavian 511. We do not seem to find a holding point Charlie for runway 01 left. We do have a taxiway Yankee and Yankee 1 for 01 left, Scandinavian 511.
Yes, I know. The instruction was taxi to holding point, runway 01 left. I didn't say anything about any Charlie.
Okay, sorry about that. So we'll go to a holding point Yankee 140 on left, Scandinavian 501. Thank you.
501, correct.
So maybe it's just my morning ears. Sorry about that. If the controller is watching, these things happen. At least we just don't start taxiing. Anyway, we're on our way.
Scandinavian 1421, ready for taxi.
Scandinavian 141, taxi to holding point, runway 01 left, hold short of Zulu
So
Hotel.
yeah, I think there's some. Maybe I understand why.
Checking for holding point, runway 01 left, holding short, Zulu Hotel, Scandinavian 1421.
Request AFK for 2 minutes, Ryanair 41859.
Approved.
So we'll take Zulu and then we'll go Yankee.
Roger, Ryanair 41859 will report running back.
Thank you.
So I think the scratchy noise made me hear a Charlie there, which obviously wasn't there for holding points. So it's very easy for one letter to, yeah, these things happen. And we haven't even gotten into the goo of HSC yet. Once we get to Copenhagen, we will be, hopefully we will have a nice simple approach and some simple taxi instructions. If not, we'll just request them in text. I need to turn it a bit more down.
Sweden, good morning.
Hello, Speedbird 233, speeding patrol, identified.
We'll take this one here. There we go. Cleared and cleared. It annoys me when you get an error like that and start hearing
Ryanair
things.
41859 is back.
Ryanair 485, Roger.
I can't really complain about the sound quality or anything.
Sweden, Scandinavian 1421.
I'm quite sure that.
We have a little bit of instrument problems.
Okay. So I'll definitely, once I watch the replay of this recording, I will obviously, as always, hear it loud and clear and be crunching my toes over my poor listening skills.
We're unable to taxi, some our engines just shut down, so we're capable here.
Oh,
Scandinavian 141, Roger, hold position, advance for ready taxi.
fuel pump
I'm
issues,
not
but
ready for taxi, 141, thank you.
Scandinavian 511, runway 01 left, clear for takeoff, winds 28 degrees, 8 knots.
cleared for takeoff, runway 01 left, Scandinavian 511. So there's our clearance. So
Ryanair 41859 leaving particle 270, descending particle 110.
got flaps 5.
485, man.
Flaps 5, green lights. We have
approaching
RA.
01 left.
And so make sure D-step 5.1 units cleared for takeoff. We're looking for 044.
On runway
Ryanair
01
5
left.
I'm ready. Descend flight level 70. Information India, navigate free speed.
Get this up, set the timer.
And
And 40. It's good enough for me. Set takeoff thrust and let's go. Check.
V1 rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
And gear up. Bit of a jerky departure here.
400.
Checked.
1,000.
Checked. Bug up. And that's where we always lose our start to turn now. Keep it around here or so. That's one.
Airline 511, ground side level of 180, upbound passing 3,000 feet.
Sweden control, Scandinavian 501, past 3,000 feet, climb flight level 180.
Airline 511, thanks, Sweden control, high identified.
So, go VNAV. We have the flaps up and gear is up and off. So a bit of a messy departure here, that's what will happen. You're flying all by yourself here. Most important thing is the flaps are up, no risk of overspeeding there. And set standard. And we don't have the best auto for this area, but
Scandinavian 1421, we've restarted engines and
engine blades are on, packs auto, landing gear is on,
Airline
flaps up,
41
no lights.
excellent, continue, taxi 41, Charlie 01.
Continuing taxi volume.
And I'll have the leg space ready in case of any
Zibo 233, Unicom 122.8, good day.
And we have no distance to Dunkirk, unfortunately. And there's Arlanda in there.
Sweden Control, goddag. Eller god morgon rättare sagt. Swedish Pilot Training 816 at April 7, Stockholm Bromma. Requesting range check.
Good morning, Sweden Pilot Training 816, Sweden Control, radio flight.
Thank you.
122.75. Coming up on 10.
Air 500 Delta Charlie, descent altitude 2,500 feet, QNH 1021.
Zero 2001 descend 3,500 feet, Ryanair 2, person Ryanair 5 times, Delta Charlie.
216.
Runner 4859, descent chart level 80, free speed, information India valid.
Descent transport 80, and we have information India ET3 runner 4859.
Scanner 511, transport level 280, flight direct LPAX.
Line speed. Scandinavian 1421, ready for takeoff.
Flight level 280 and direct LPAX for Scandinavian 501.
511, correct. And Scandinavian 1421, runway 01 left, clear for takeoff, winds 260 degrees, 8 knots.
101 left, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 141. Swedish pilot training 816.
Swedish pilot training 816, Sweden, go ahead.
Can we get can you fix the gates to get the line, or can you write down the information Stockholm Bromma 816?
Swedish pilot training
So just,
816, departure number 30, winds 280 degrees, 9 knots, temp 13, 2.4, QNH 1021.
To the left is
Roger, thank you. Swedish pilot training 816.
7.
Swedish pilot training 816, confirm departure, runway 30, QNH 1021.
Confirming runway 30, that departure, QNH 1021, Swedish pilot training 816.
816, correct. Runner 500 Delta Charlie, cleared for Arlanda approach runway 26.
Cleared ILS 26 approach, right,
I don't know, 1 November. It's here. And the approach is for go to the ILS to the left.
Scandinavian 1421, passing 1,000 feet.
Scandinavian 41, thanks, Sweden identified, ground flight level 180.
So he got his engines going.
180, Scandinavian 141. Swedish pilot training 816, requesting high Parkway.
So Kastrup is 112.5.
Swedish pilot training 816, clear to Riga, via Toulouse 30 departure, altitude 30,000 feet, squawk 7005.
And Kastrup was 112.5.
To Riga, Toulouse 30 departure, number 30, 3,000 feet, squawking 7005, Swedish pilot training 816.
Swedish pilot training 816, Riga, correct.
1095.
Swedish pilot training 816, thank you.
Set and set 1095. Oscar X-ray Sierra. Here we have Sweden passing by below us, and that's the ortho area. So Sweden is unfortunately notoriously difficult to get good ortho for. So we have our minimums of decision altitude is 208. So we'll just get that inserted.
Scandinavian 141, flying direct bunker, free speed.
Flying direct bunker, free speed, Scandinavian 141, thank you, sir.
There we go, 208 set. Boom, boom, boom. Looking good.
Swedish pilot training 816 for the taxi.
Swedish Pilot 816, taxi loading point, runway 30 via Yankee and Yankee 5. Report ready for departure.
Passengers can come loose.
Taxi to loading point, runway 30, Yankee and Yankee 5. Reporting ready for departure. Swedish Pilot training 816.
Scandinavian 511, continue climb flight level 360.
Flight level 360 for Scandinavian 501. There's our cruise.
Turn 485 minutes, distance altitude 2,500 feet, QNH 1021.
Return to altitude 1, connection 2500 feet, QNH 1021, Ryanair over 859.
So there's the ortho, the bad orthos I was talking about, but yeah, I haven't been able to find any good ortho for Sweden, unfortunately, and the further north you go in Sweden, the worse gas gets, so airport. We'll be coming in here. Most likely be exiting down here. Parking stands. And more importantly,
Scandinavian 141, continue climb flight level 280, flight direct L-Pax.
Continue flight level 280 and confirm direct airlock.
Scandinavian 141 and negative direct L-Pax, Echo, Lima, Papa, Alpha, X-ray, L-Pax.
so we'll,
Scandinavian 141.
first of all, we end up on a Bravo and Bravo all the way up here. So Bravo will be crossing 12 or 30 and giving a stand. So hopefully it will work out just fine for us. So I have already taken some frequencies that we're most likely to encounter during our flight here. So we'll try and stay on top of those. So I'll need to do some clicking here. There we go. So still banging with ATC in Scandinavia. Hopefully a lot of people are flying here today. It looks like it, so that's good. So the VATSIM guys in Denmark have all come together in one room in Copenhagen and are having an event throughout this Saturday. So I hope you're flying there. And it looks like we're going to have a real busy time here in this airspace. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. So, well on the way. Coming up on flight level 300. Straight ahead flying. And hopefully I'll be able to depending if the ATC come on further south, we will press onwards to Brussels and finish off the project. But if there's no ATC, I really would like to finish off with ATC in Brussels. So if there's no ATC, we'll just hold and wait. I can wait until... Actually, I don't really have much time to wait. Worst case, we'll have to finish tomorrow on Sunday. But we'll see.
Ryanair 485, cleared 4, ILS approach, runway 26.
So let's wait to running cruise and then review the fuel and our landing weights and stuff.
Approach runway 485 liner.
Look at all that. Yeah, I'm pointing with my real life hand. Obviously you can't see that, so I'll have to hold here. So look at all that traffic coming in. The ATC guys in Copenhagen really put to work today. So we'll take the national anthem of Denmark after passing into. So actually, a fun fact about Denmark is that it has a much larger landmass. That, depending on how you look at it, it's pretty much like all other old monarchies that have all these states from olden age. So we don't want to offend anyone, but Denmark actually have Greenland and the Faroe Islands in their sovereignty as well.
Swedish pilot 2816 reporting ready for the
So you will see Danish flags on here, Danish speaking in those places, but they have their own government organs, and I do think that there's a very good cooperation. I don't think that they are forced to stay in the Commonwealth by any means. Hopefully it's not that way, but it is part of Denmark officially. Coming up on off top of climb. And what we do not want today is any technical issues. Or at least not any major one. And we do have a landing altitude of 17 feet. That much I have, you can see here runway elevation as well. Temperatures are looking good. We had a chilly 12 degrees in the cabin when we arrived here this morning, so but hopefully we are serving hot cocoa. Arno, and then Lamox from Charlie 881. So there's Charlie 881. And then straight into Lamox, but most likely will be given some direct ranges from Arno. That's what is most likely to happen. So we will need to really watch our speed and altitude here. Speed restrictions. 10,000 plus at Anna. Yeah, that's set above. And at first contact, stay top of aircraft initial contact.
Scandinavian board 1, continue climb flight level 280, correction 380.
Continue climb flight 380, Scandinavian 41.
So here we are with cruise. And we are set to arrive at our top of descent in 97, 96. So that gives us 110 track miles according to our initial routing.
British pilot straightening, cable text stopping 1,700 feet.
Swedish pilot training 816, thanks. Sweden identified climb flight level 100.
Coming to flight level 100, Swedish pilot training 816.
and set to arrive with 8.4. So that is 64. It's inserted. Let's have a look at our situational awareness here. Let's find out where we are in relation to things. So we're coming up on Vättern. I think it's the, might be wrong, second largest lake here in Sweden. One of them at least. Going direct towards Jönköping. And basically straight ahead here. Then we start an approach here into Copenhagen, and there's the famous bridge, the Øresund Bridge, which I do have. I do not have any Copenhagen Airport scenery down, any available, sadly enough. Something that we sorely do need. But we do have the Øresund Bridge. It's free where you can find it on X platform. Billund is online as well. We should have gone to Billund. I really want to go to a good scenery airport, but now it's Copenhagen. And if
Scandinavian 511, contact speeding control 128.625.
128.625, and thank you for service, Scandinavian 501.
Okay.
Hotel at 100.
Just, I would like to have the name. It's Malmö Control, I think. Sweden Control, Scandinavian 511, flight level 360, inbound taxi.
Hello, Scandinavia 511, Sweden Control identified.
That's the text. So next up will be either Copenhagen approach or
November 737 Zulu, contact Copenhagen approach 119er decimal 8. Copenhagen approach on 119er decimal 8, November 37 Zulu.
So we'll do the approach.
Scandinavia 511, clear Kastrup, Aeronaut 1, Foxtrot driver, runway 22 left. Scandinavia 511, did you copy cleared Kastrup, Aeronaut 1, Foxtrot driver, runway 22 left, that's Echo Romeo, November Oscar Victor 1, Foxtrot driver 22 left.
Sweden Control, Scandinavian 511, could you send transmission in text? You're breaking up on us here.
Okay, Roger.
Bit scratchy in my ears here, so
Scandinavia 511, clear Kastrup, Aeronaut 1, Foxtrot driver, runway 22 left.
Cleared car stop via Anna 1 Foxtrot, arrival for runway 22 left, Scandinavian 51.
Scandinavian 55 Yankee, when meeting indicated airspeed maintain 250 knots.
250 knots, 550.
Scandinavian 8264, so it's offline monitor Unicorn 122.8, bye-bye.
Also Unicorn 122.8 for Scandinavian 86.
So
Thanks for
Foxtrot is inserted. So it's a bit low and so let's just review this here.
Hey, they are 57 kilo, fly direct 0, let's say, Lima, Lima.
X-ray Echo Lima Lima for the 57 kilo, thank you.
Correct.
That takes us pretty much over the city, but okay. Most definitely be getting vectors anyway, so and we will be getting out the Foxtrot map. And a Foxtrot.
Scandinavian 55 Yankee, contact and report the sign speed to Copenhagen approach 119.8, bye-bye.
11908 and speed 550. Head on.
Head up.
And a Foxtrot. There we go. Below, and max 250 after this, so that's good. Yeah, that's good enough for us.
Sweden control, good afternoon, Scandinavian 1421, passing flight of 360. Scandinavian 1421, hello, Sweden control identified. Cleared to Kastrup, Aeronaut 1 Fox, around 2 left. Cleared for the Aeronaut 1 Fox, arrival into Kastrup, Scandinavian 1421. Scandinavian 1421, how do you read me? I read you about 3. Okay.
So he's coming behind us. That's the guy with the engine issues.
Scandinavian 1421, did I say anything wrong, or what did you ask? I just aspirated check.
Aspirated?
Okay, fair enough. Is there 57 kilo? We're so is offline monitor Unicorn 122.8, bye-bye.
128 at the 57 kilo, see you, bye.
Europe is still asleep. Hopefully they will wake up and join the fun. Awesome coverage in Scandinavia today. .3 on arrival now. .9.
511, when ready to descend flight level 100.
When ready, descend flight level 100, Scandinavian 511.
Scandinavian 511, you still read me a bit broken, or is it better?
It's a bit better. We read you medium well, so unless otherwise, instructor will just take voice instructions for Scandinavian 511. So that's our descent clearance, and we have that's Kastrup tuned. So we can disregard Arlanda for now. So we are expected to arrive at 8.3. Just get this completely right. 8.3, and that's 63.9. 63.9.
Control, Scanning 335 Juliet, with you, climbing for flight level 190 to flight level 140.
Beautiful day in Sweden here. Autumn, the start of autumn.
Down 335 Juliet, Sweden, Starline.
So we can stow this one. I will definitely be needing our scratch pad here. So 2275. Don't get any H's as of now, but bet you this here is.
Now 335 Juliet, Visag 5071.
With control, I reach you 355. Can you say again? 365 Juliet.
Scanwing 335 Juliet 5071.
Block 5071.
And our top of descent is coming up. Bit.
Scanwing 335 Juliet, Sweden, identified, climb flight level 50.
Climb 250.
So descent, H is 12275. I don't get it. So there's our descent. We're clear to 100. And we can ask the cabin to get ready to sit down. So we'll do an auto brake 3 due to the busy nature of Kastrup Airport.
Scandinavia 141, when ready descend flight level 100. When ready descending flight level 100, Scandinavian 141.
Asking for drag, but just review that. And there's the coast of the west coast of Sweden, and further down we have Malmö and the strait called Kattegat, or the ocean, if you can call it an ocean, called Kattegat. Sea, it's not an ocean, it's a sea called Kattegat, and then Öresund Strait. Just check our seating. This is when it gets it's a little bit busy for guys like us. So
Runway 335, Juliet, confirm climbing, flight level 250. And flight level 250, space that. Juliet.
I don't read the H's. Hopefully they will give us a QNH on the radio, or we can request one. We are looking good for now. We'll pretty much expect Bravo. In the case of missed approach, we will go on heading 187 and expect radar vector, so we'll just put that in here so we have it. We're rocking in the wind. Coming up on the Kattegat Sea. Down here's the freeway that goes, if you want to drive all the way to Norway, you drive down here somewhere, down there. Spent many old hours on that freeway. We do have a traffic descending here. Bit fast here. We'll just leave it at it as is for now. It's this guy here. So yeah, 2 countries left. Soon it'll be just one, and then the entirety of this journey has been 31 flight legs once we have completed it. So not only have we visited all membering countries, but we have even visited the membering.
511 onto Copenhagen approach 119.8.
119.8 for Scandinavian 501, and thank you for service.
Bye bye.
Copenhagen approach, Scandinavian 511, inbound air now, passing flight level 200.
Scandinavian 511, good morning, Copenhagen approach, ready to contact, expect ILS runway 22 left.
ILS, runway 22 left, Scandinavian 511.
Ryanair, number 70 Charlie, high speed approved.
Just slow it down.
Just again, Ryanair 907, yeah, sorry. Ryanair number 70 Charlie, high speed approved. Roger that, Ryanair 907, yeah, sorry.
Shouldn't take my hand off this lever, but you just have to when you're sat here alone. So we have a TAT -2 and some clouds. We'll just keep an eye out. One 0950 tuned. That's the Oscar X-Ray Sierra. Still the speed brake. So we're expecting vectors at some point, most likely cutting off here, and then we expect to exit at Bravo 5 or Bravo 4, and then it's Bravo, and we will review when as instructed.
Ryanair Manor 70 Charlie, descend to flight level 0.
So you can hear
Manor 70 Charlie, flight level 60.
You can hear the noise in the background. These are the Copenhagen guys. They had a gathering, so they all sat in one room in Copenhagen. That's quite cool. So they're close to Sweden. TAT 2, there's some clouds there. Weather redrawing, just got a glimpse of Helsingør.
Scandinavian 511, reduce speed 220 knots, you are number 3.
220 knots, number 3.
Copenhagen approach, good morning. After 017 inbound Tango November Oscar descending to 90, no AT.
Good morning, Aztec 017 Copenhagen approach, radar contact, expect runway 22 left Isles approach, turn left heading 085 and high speed approved.
Heading 085, runway 22 left, high speed approved after 017.
Ryanair Manor 7 Sierra Charlie, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1031.
Descent after 5,000 feet, QNH is QNH.
1031.
1035, Ryanair 970.
We have a reverse set and our minimums are set. Auto brake is 3 and landing altitude is set, so that's the descent checklist, and we're on profile now.
Scandinavian 511, descent to flight level 80.
Flight level 80, Scandinavian 511.
1,000 to go.
Copenhagen approach, god middag. Scandinavian 1421, passing flight level 180, down for flight level 100.
Scandinavian 1421, good morning, Copenhagen approach, radar contact, expect runway 22, and you are currently number 4.
Expecting runway 2 to left, currently number 4, Scandinavian 141.
And tab 3. Chilly morning here.
Ryanair 970 Charlie, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, Ryanair 970.
Aztec 017, descent to flight level 60.
7260, Aztec 017.
Approach, good afternoon, easy 36 Juliet Kilo, descending 35040, A319 with India.
Station calling, stay close, I only.
Easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
Easy 36 Juliet Kilo, good day, good afternoon. Copenhagen approach, ready contact. Runway 22 left, fly heading 085.
So tune.
Fly heading 085 degrees for ILS 2 left, easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
And easy 36 Juliet Kilo, maintain 220 knots.
Reduce it 220 knots, easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
1,000 to go.
Ryanair 970 Charlie, 970 Charlie, contact final approach 120.2, call sign only, have a nice time.
Okay, please say the frequency again, Ryanair 970, sorry.
970 Charlie, 120.2.
120.220, Ryanair 970.
Negative 120.200.
124.970. No, sorry.
Just need to sell some time here.
120.220. Break, Aztec 017, maintain 220 knots, and descend to 5,000 feet.
Speed 220 and altitude 5000, Aztec 017.
Yeah, so we really need to set.
Scandinavian 511, turn right heading 190.
Right heading 190, Scandinavian 511.
Good morning, Copenhagen approach, Arlanda 456, descending to flight level 100, and now it's 147, heading 110.250 now.
Power line 456, reduce speed a lot, and turn left heading 085, descend to level 90.
So here the fray begins. They have flaps one hanging
Okay,
out
the speed,
there.
I'll lose it now, and turn left to 85, Arlanda 456.
Scandinavian 511, descend to 5070.
Flight level 70, Scandinavian 511.
EP6 of 36 Juliet Kilo, descend to flight level 80.
So flight level 80, easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
Aztec 017, descend to 5,000 feet. And, yeah.
1,000 to go.
Altitude 5000, Aztec 017.
Sky's 511, descend to 6,000 feet. Cruising at flight level 60.
Flight level 60, Scandinavian 511.
Power line 456, reduce speed to 220 knots.
220 knots, Arlanda 456.
$1,000 to go.
So there we have all the traffic. So we'll be back that shortly. Behind this guy, I think. Busy skies over Copenhagen. TAT is 8. And we're still not in the cloud, so we're cutting it close on that, so we'll just review it.
Scandinavian 511, turn for left, heading 085.
Left 085, Scandinavian 511. Set.
Easy 36, Juliet Kilo, descend to 6, flight level 60. flight level 60, easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
So shouldn't have put out flaps on.
511, turn, continue to the left turn heading 070 and descend to 5,000 feet.
070 and 5,000 feet for Scandinavian 501.
Aztec 017, contact final approach 120.2, call sign only.
120.2, call sign only. Thank you very much for ATC and have a nice day. Bye bye, Aztec 017.
That's right behind this guy. They are settled in.
1,000 to go.
Scandinavian 141, Paddle 100.
Scandinavian 1282, good morning, good afternoon, Copenhagen approach, ready to contact runway 22 left. Break, Scandinavian 511, contact final approach 120.2, call sign only.
120.2 Scandinavian 501, thank you.
250, descend 2,000 feet to 182 knots, Scandinavian 581.
Aztec 017, descend 3,000.
Altitude 3,000, Aztec 017.
And a 970 Charlie number 1, 5 miles, call tower 118.1.
Contact frequency 18.1, runner 7, sorry.
Copenhagen approach, Scandinavian 501.
Scandinavian 581 on this setting, cleared ILS approach, runway 22 left. Scandinavian 581 on this setting, cleared ILS approach, runway 22 left.
On this setting, cleared ILS 22 left, Scandinavian 581.
Altimeter setting.
Scandinavian 511, radar contact, turn right heading 090, speed 180 knots, descend 4,000.
Heading 090, 4,000 feet, and could you please repeat the speed for Scandinavian 501?
Aztec 017, ride 190, cleared ILS 22 left.
Heading 190, class by west, runway 22 left, Aztec 017.
Scandinavian 511, speed 180 knots, so left.
Speed 180 knots, Scandinavian 501.
Scandinavian 581, call tower 118.1, your number 2.
Tower and 118.1, Scandinavian 581, thank you.
Go flaps
Scandinavian
right.
511, reduce speed to 16.
1,000 to go.
Please.
160 knots,
Altimeter
Scandinavian
setting.
501. We have TAT 11 and need to manage the speed here really.
Scandinavian 511, I will take you slightly through the localizer, maintain the setting.
Maintaining present heading, Scandinavian 501.
Scandinavian 511, turn our right heading 130.
Right heading 130, Scandinavian 501.
Aztec 017, 8 miles out, number 3, call tower 118.1.
Switching to tower 81, thank you very much for ATC and have a nice day. Bye bye, Aztec 017.
Please say bye bye. Scandinavian 511, turn right to heading 270 degrees, descend 3000.
Please repeat heading for Scandinavian 501 and descend 3000.
511, turn right 270.
270. Right heading 270, Scandinavian 501. So they are really throwing us around here with headings, but we just have to oblige as best we can. So, not that I don't hear them, the sound is good, but...
Very good, Copenhagen Airport, Arlanda Stockholm.
Line 456. Hello, line 456, Castle Final, hello, radar contact.
Please descend.
Scandinavian 511, fly heading 240, descend 2000, cleared ILS 2 left.
240 and 2000 for Scandinavian 501 and clear wireless.
Final, good afternoon, Easy 36 Juliet, Kilo, descending 5,000 feet.
Easy 36 Juliet, Kilo, Castle Final, hello, radar contact. Descend to 3,000 feet and fly heading 110.
Can on the approach.
Okay, descend 3,000 feet, turn right heading
Gear
110 degrees, Easy 36 Juliet, Kilo.
Flaps 15. Tad 14. Really thick and fast here. That's
1,000 to go.
That's just fun.
Line 456, turn right heading 160.
So we have ground.
160, and I'm really high on the glide and maintaining 6,000 Wellington, can descend below that.
Yeah, 456. I need other traffic out of the way first. So maintain 60 for the moment.
Okay, thank you very much. And can you
There
confirm
we
the
are.
landing, please?
There's the famous Øresund Bridge and Copenhagen in there.
160 for now.
2,500.
160 also, that's 450.
Easy 36 Juliet Kilo. Give me a good rate of descent, please. You will be turning on the ILS shoulder.
Yeah, try my best for you, Easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
Appreciate it.
Copenhagen,
line 45.
Final approach, Scandinavian 1421, hello.
Hello to you, Scandinavian 1421. Call you back, line 456, descend to altitude 4000, QNH 1031.
Yeah, 4000, QNH 1031, Holland.
So something looked up there, so we will definitely...
36 Juliet Kilo, descend 2000, will you be fine to turn final from here?
Descend 3,000 feet, we're happy to give it a try, Easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
36 Juliet Kilo, right turning 210, clear ILS 2 left.
Right, 210, clear ILS 2 left, Easy 36 Juliet Kilo.
Scandinavian 511, call tower 118.1.
118.1. 118.1, Scandinavian 501.
Line 456, Apple 6.
1,000 feet, stabilize, Mr. Perchan, descend.
Flight slow.
This here is impossible to...
Flight
Yeah,
slow.
3,000, Holland.
Flight slow.
Scandinavian 1421, descend to 4000 feet. Correction, 4000.
Approaching 2 left.
Flight slow.
Descending 4,000 feet, speed 180, Scandinavian 111.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Copenhagen Scandinavian 501, establish ILS 2 to left.
511, you're still with final call 118.1.
Copenhagen Scandinavian 501, established ILS runway 2 to left.
Scandinavian 511, Castle Tower, clear to land runway 2 to left with 70 degrees with 3
Minimums.
Clear to land 2 to left, Scandinavian 501.
400.
Tower 118.575.
So that was
300.
not pretty, but we saved the day, I think. Frantic manual flying here, flaps 30, gear down, and we are on
200.
glide slope. And a bit of crosswind.
Flight slow.
100.
Flight slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Manual brake.
Juliet Kilo, Castle
Bravo
Tower.
5.
Very good afternoon. You're number 2, shortly number 1.
Senior French number 2, 360 at Kilo.
Scandinavian 511, 5 Bravo 5, 4 short, 4 taxiway Bravo.
Hold short what?
Easy 36 Juliet Kilo, 270 degrees with 13, runway 2 to left, clear for land.
Well, on CC left, easy 360 at Kilo.
Yeah, so obviously we're not going to drive into the sky, so
After 017, hold short off runway 30.
That's 017, yeah, you can take a hold short, there's a little bit of a queue behind you.
Say again, after 017.
017, yeah, hold your position, it will be your turn shortly.
Okay, hold short after 017.
what a what a crazy approach.
Very good morning, Tower, Arlanda 456 with you for established there.
Airline 456, Castle Tower, very good afternoon. Continue approach, you're number 2, number 1 is just over the threshold.
121.
Thank you for 456, can I get the speed?
So at the final there,
456, continue approach number 2.
yeah, we'll just talk about that landing once we get out of this traffic jam here. So soon enough the runway will be.
S6017, continue taxi via Bravo, turn right and enter on runway 12 and hold short on runway 2 to left.
Okay, continue via Bravo and crossing runway 30 after 017.
Scandinavian 541 behind the heavy 747, taxi on Bravo, hold short on runway 30.
Behind the KLM, taxi Bravo and hold short to some Scandinavian
1421, ILS runway 2 to left.
Airline 456, wind 270 at 13, runway 2 to left, clear for land.
Point to the left to the end, Arlanda 456.
Scandinavian 1421, Castle Tower, good afternoon, continue approach is number 2.
Continue approach number 2, Scandinavian 1421.
So if it's any consolation.
Scandinavian 511, contact Castle Tower, 118575, right?
118575.
Easy 36 Juliet Kilo, welcome to Copenhagen.
757 200, request person start.
Hi there, 1 Delta Charlie, Castle Apron, very good morning. Pushing started, approved unit 1031.
Push start through 1031, I say 1 Delta Charlie, thank you.
Hanging ground low, morning 3454, heavy with you.
Scandinavian 511, Castle Tower, cross runway 30, hold short of Zulu, contact 8.121.9.
Cross runway 30, hold short of Zulu, contact ground Scandinavian 501. So we're clear to cross, and then we'll need to contact ground on...
Approaching 12.
Cross sequence push-in, start.
All stations, we've solved the problems. I am now ready to answer again.
2454, 37, I'm ready for person stop.
2454, stand by, hold position. There is a plane pushing next to you. I'll call you back when ready to push.
Stand by 2454.
Copenhagen ground Scandinavian 501.
And ground Scandinavia 1247 ready for taxi.
Scandinavian 1247, taxi via Yankee and Alpha, hold short on runway 12.
Taxi Yankee Alpha, hold short runway 12, Scandinavia 1247. Cancel ground, Atlanta 2, ready to taxi.
Atlanta 2, taxi via Tango and Whiskey, hold short.
Look at that traffic coming in. So a real blooper on the approach there.
Tango Whiskey, holding short, Sierra, Atlanta 2.
The approach didn't recognize the descent clearance, basically that's what happened, so it capped out at 2000 and I basically had to disengage the automation and hand fly it down while switching channels and all sorts of other stuff, but so it gave us a bit.
Scandinavian 511, taxi to Stand Bravo 7 via Bravo, Yankee and Papa.
Taxi to Stand Bravo 7 via Bravo, Yankee and Papa, Scandinavian 501.
Cancel ground, Moment 104 at L9, ready for push and start.
Bravo 7, that's over there.
Station calling, confirm call time.
Mermaid 104.
Mermaid?
Mermaid 104, cancel apron, push start is approved, QNH is 1031, facing south.
Push and start is approved, facing south, QNH 1031, Mermaid 104.
Yeah. So Bravo.
Good morning, Scandinavian 519, the 3 request start push.
Yankee and Papa.
Scandinavian 519, cancel apron, good morning. If you are able, make push and start facing west, QNH 1031, be aware of the ice air next to you.
Paper able push facing west, QNH 1031, and we'll be careful, Scandinavian 519.
Apron, good afternoon, easy 36 Juliet Kilo 1 Bravo, short of Zulu.
So there was, what also messed us up a bit was the extra frequency that I didn't account for the final approach. So put me a bit out of order there, but the real boo-boo there was the automation didn't recognize the descent clearance.
Good afternoon, easy 36 Juliet Kilo Bravo, short of Zulu.
Papa.
Easy 36 Juliet Kilo, cancels apron, hello. Taxi stand Foxtrot 5 via Bravo, Romeo
7,
and
that's
Whiskey.
over there.
Bravo, Romeo, Whiskey, Stop Foxtrot 5.
And I will not bother these guys with a thank you. You can thank them later on.
1247, contact Castle Tower on frequency 118.57, bye-bye.
1957, the Castle Tower, Scandinavia 247,
Atlanta 2, continue taxi via Victor, holding short of Sierra.
So here's the issue, we can't find where did you go? Where did you come from?
Castor Ground, good morning, Airline 453, Alpha 110.
Okay, I just guessed that you have a different sim with a different scenery and that you are in your world parked as you should be.
Last station calling, say again.
Airline 453, Alpha 11, we are fully ready.
Basically think you just spawned in.
Airline 453, Castle apron, understood, stand by,
So
I'll
we
call
will
you
just
back.
imagine that you're not there and
I said 213, we're on stand Charlie 32, request push and start.
Bravo
213,
7.
Castle apron, very good morning, push start is approved, facing south, QNH is 1031.
Push start is approved, facing south, QNH 1031, I said 213.
So no numbers on these stances.
Brad Ice, 10 Charlie, push taxi.
So we'll take this one here. Hopefully that's enough for
Last
them.
station calling, say again.
I said 1 Delta Charlie, request taxi.
Isaiah 1 Delta Charlie, standby. Atlanta 2, Kastrup Apron.
Atlanta 2.
Atlanta 2, continue taxi via Victor, hold short of Sierra.
Continue Victor should be the Sierra. Aircon 2.
Scandinavian 142 to Apron, holding short of Yankee Bravo.
Should do this.
Scandinavian
104.
Break. Scandinavian 1421. Taxi stand Bravo 9 via Bravo, Yankee, and
So
Papa.
we will stop it there.
Bravo,
kill
Yankee, and Papa
engines.
to stand Bravo 9, Scandinavian 141.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Isaiah 1 Delta Charlie, taxi
Just
via...
so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Copenhagen in Denmark. And while I shut the aircraft down, we could take a listen to the... actually, let's get the passengers off first. So, here we go. Cabin crew, please disarm doors and slides. There we go, we're in the APU. And you can go up there. Turn you guys off. And yeah, so not the flight I had hoped for, the approach I had hoped for. They really got busy with the vectoring there, and while realistic for sure, that's makes it very difficult in when you're one person flying, and especially in VR. It's a real challenge with the slow dials and stuff. So that's my excuse. Anyway, let's have a listen to the national anthem of Denmark. If I can get the window open, that is. There we go. And so in Denmark there's two national anthems, but the one that is most preferably used by the people is this one. There is a lovely country, der er et yndigt land, it's called. So let's just have a listen. And we'll shut down these. And 1 hour, more or less, turnaround timer. And we'll pause it there. So, let's have a look at, I don't even have any clue, I don't think it was too hard actually. 312 was hard, firm. So we'll complete that flight. So that was our 30th flight leg into Denmark to Copenhagen. We changed. We were supposed to go to Aalborg, but due to the VATSIM event going on in Copenhagen at the moment, we would be cheeky not to go there. And as expected, they kept us very busy. They are very good controllers in Copenhagen, and they really kept us occupied here, trying to sort out all the traffic coming into Copenhagen and keep us clear of all the departing traffic as well, that is. So we had a poo-poo around here, where the approach mode didn't really function due to it. For some reason I have to review it to really see what I made, what mistake I made, but basically we had to disengage frantically and deal with also 10 knot crosswind at the same time, and dealing with some frequencies and some radio signs. So pretty much went as I feared or expected, I don't know. But we got her down and we didn't break anything, which we could have easily. And yeah, so not by the book, but we got her down in busy Copenhagen. Look at all that traffic. So let's just jump outside. Here we are, very busy morning here in Copenhagen. And if you go over here, I bet you can see all of the traffic coming in. Or maybe it's a bit quiet now. Yeah, it looks a bit more quiet now. But I'm sure they're busy with the departures. So yeah, let's look at the parking. didn't have any guidance and anything, so completely off. Oh, what a morning. I need some coffee. But yeah, that's how it is in a VATSIM event, where you have more or less full coverage and vectoring most of the way. So I don't know exactly how many vectors we got, but I reckon we got at least 5 different vectors on approach there. And vectors and speed restrictions and altitudes. So we had to use all of our toolbox, and even then we missed something on the final approach, and the approach mode didn't really want to bring us all the way down for some reason. So we had to hand fly it, and we got awfully destabilized. We had got a bit low and a bit fast and a bit to the left, but we nonetheless managed to get a fairly stabilized fairly quickly and touch down in what was a firm landing in Kastrup Airport, Copenhagen, Denmark. The 30th flight leg of the tour. Now, what stands left for us to do? Let me just make sure that I have. Let's get the. Yeah, so it's sitting in the cockpit, so I'll just have to jump in there. There it is. So let me just get seated correctly. So what's left for us to do is to head down. Let's get the other window here. We can use the VATSIM map. So what's left for us to do is to head down to Brussels in Belgium, which is here from Copenhagen. So a flight, I reckon it's about 1 hour 20 minutes. I would love to take it now if we had ATC now available, but we don't, and I really would love to arrive to ATC given how good our landings are when we get the full ATC. So anyway, I really enjoyed the flight, and it is nice to get the ATC, but we will have to work on our crew resource management for sure. I will have to be better at controlling myself. I did think I came well prepared. I had all the frequencies ready, but we have that one frequency popping into the final approach one, which I didn't see coming. And as you can see, we aren't too fast, so when we have to really go all the way down to 5, for example, it takes some time, and if you have to hand fly at the same time, it's more or less impossible. But we got it down, and I'm happy with that. So yeah, I think I'll jump outside and sign out. So hope you enjoyed this flight from Arlanda, Sweden to Kastrup in Denmark, and hope you will join me for the grand finale into Belgium, Brussels. As always, please do like and subscribe. It helps me grow the channel, and I will see you hopefully shortly for our finale flight into Brussels. Thank you and bye bye.